was a gun.
I'm not voting.
If we want to build our nation.
The problem with the Somalians.
Just want to experience something else than a black man.
Move on, move
Can't be
forward.
like a horse with blinkers on.
Honestly say, I was about to have
Corrupt
sex and then I pulled
crap,
up.
but it's nice.
Hi, my name is Revel Jan. I'm 22 years of age and I'm a dancer with Cape Town City Ballet.
My name is Nadine. I'm from Unmute Dance Company. We're resident company at Artscape Theatre.
Hi, my name is Camilo Lombard and I'm a musical director for Artscape as well as the principal of Cape Music Institute.
Hi, my name is Fancy Galada. I'm from Cape Town, Gwalanga. I'm a singer.
I'm Marlene Leroux. I'm working at Artscape Theatre, but I'm a disability activist and a community developer.
Hi, I'm Jason Lee Fredericks and I'm a dancer at Dance for All.
Apartheid was very successful. It institutionalized the mind, and it has put people, if you're black and you're poor, you still stays in Guguletu and Kailicha. If you colored, a yellow skin, and if you're poor, you will stay across the other line of the railway line. So you will stay in Manenberg, you will stay in the township. And how do you bring these communities together? So we are 21 years in democracy, but we're still trapped in the geographical areas of apartheid.
I said to someone once before, you think that it's dangerous to go into that area? I go into that area every week. The people are friendly, they greet me, It's just a mindset, and it's because they were, Cape Town is designed with barrier roads. Like you have the M3 at the mountain, which divides. You have the M5 that divides. You have Jan Smuts Drive that divides, the N7, and then you have Klipfontein Road that, Duinefontein divides Manenberg from Nyanga, And from the mountain, they are just divides. We need to break those divides so that people can meet each other. We need to build bridges, cultural bridges, business bridges, every kind of bridge that we can find, and reach out to each other again. Yeah.
I haven't been a part of the apartheid era, but to be a part of this new journey that's afterwards and taken my talent that God has blessed me with and appreciating. I think that's why we all do it, because we love it. We don't do it for fame, we don't do it for money. And that fulfillment that we get, and to show it to the audience, whether we fall, but to do it with a smile. Get it? That's what I always say, the best feeling to come off stage is knowing that you've done your best and coming off with a smile.
I just think that as artists, we should stand together as one. And at this moment, we are all separated like this because we are competing against each other.
Yes.
That's the problem in South Africa.
Yeah.
All of us want to be better than each other,
Yeah.
I mean, especially in the dance industry. It's the biggest thing. I'll say that again. Check, especially in the dance industry.
Yes.
There's so much competition and it's so sad. We are all equal. I mean, we've got stunning teachers out there, amazing choreographers. why not have a little collaboration? You know, I mean, get us all together as one, you know, let us unite and feed off each other's energies. I mean, that is what we want. And at the end of the day, all of us are just, you there, I'm here, this is what's gonna happen. And geez, I mean, it's sad. So I really hope and I pray that it changes, because if it doesn't, I really don't know what's going to happen to the arts within the next 10 or 15 years, because it might disappear or it might still be there. You never know. So
the images that we need to live out. How do you make people see that a black ballet dancer can lift a white ballet dancer on stage and nothing is going to happen? And also that is why the main rationale, if we are going to look at the production, why we put it together in this way, it needs to speak to social cohesion. So it's what the audience is going to experience visually, wow, but also going to leave there by saying to him or herself, my good grief. So the concept is about human development, but it's a mindset that we need to change.
The first time I saw this kind of work on stage was when I was still in school. And I was quite amazed by the integration between the different bodies on stage. And I wanted to know more about it, and that's how I got involved, never thinking or realizing that this would become my daily job, my day job.
Persons with disability are invisible in the communities. And this new element that we brought into the rural areas is to make persons with disability visible without talking, but on stage, not with a food parcel and not with a SASSA grant.
People are quite amazed by this kind of work, firstly because a lot of disabled people have the tendency to think that they can't do everything or the same things as an able-bodied person can do, and they always tend to limit themselves also and place themselves in a box, also because it's what we used to, it's what society does to us, so we also tend to place ourselves in these little boxes and think, well, I can't do what the next person does, so I'll rather stay in my home or do what I'm used to or do what I can.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think our main thing is that when we start with the ministers who doesn't work, they are being demoted to arts and culture to take up the portfolios. And that is where it starts, where the country in itself doesn't see that the most proactive minister must be given the portfolio. And until we're not going to look at the proactiveness of making really a political decision that the arts comes first, we're always going to lag behind.
We need to recognize the value that artists bring to the economy, first of all. We need to believe in our own artists. I think we have too much influx of American music in our country. Our media bombards us with America. We're sick of America already. We have our own talent, we have our own stars, we have our own music and our own dance. We are proudly South African, and we have the proudly South African product that we can sell to the world. Through the 80s and the 90s, because radio changed to format radio, they started playing international music, and our own artists were thrown by the wayside. I think we need to really look at this and look at the whole value chain within the music industry and see how we can maximize airplay on television, on radio, to our local artists, first of all. Do it about 80-20 split. Give 80% to our local artists. In that way, the audiences and the listeners out there and the viewers out there will start recognizing our own stars, going to see our own stars at big concerts, for example. Getting fancy to perform at the Cape Town Stadium and packing it out with 50,000 people. Why not? Why not? I think that we need to revisit that, relook it, and say, and like you say, create policies within government to say that we need to invest in our own culture, invest in our own people. And I think this is how we can really spin our own economy.
Once you sing your African music, it seems like you're singing something that's like boring. Like what is that, Mama? And it even changes. It even changes their language and how they speak. They are so Americanized. It's not funny. It's not funny, and it's such a sad thing because they're losing their culture and their identity. They don't exactly know who they are. And it's such a sad thing. We need to take a big stand, and the government, because it's them. It's them who is killing this. We've been saying this to the government, to the Minister of Arts and Culture, every time we meet him. We need to hear our own music.
This is, in my opinion, the only program of its kind in the country. It's never been done, and I think this is the only one that is being done right now through the arts, reaching out specifically to the rurals. They don't get the opportunity to get to the big cities. They don't get to see the theater. They don't get to see the ballet, opera, contemporary, traditional music happen on a stage. And, with the rural outreach program, I think, we are changing lives. Yeah, and we're changing perceptions. We're bringing people together under one roof, people from different backgrounds, under one roof to experience, this whole Rainbow Nation perception.
My dream is to become an artistic director and base it in local communities and change children's lives out there.
My dream is not to be judged because I'm a woman, I'm disabled, or the color of my skin, and just to be a human being.
My dream is for the youth that that lady, that young boy outside there who wants to sing, to know that this is also a career that you can take forward, and don't ever stop to dream.
My dream is to one day reach my ultimate happiness.
My dream is to see integrated dance grow much bigger than what it is at the moment in South Africa.
My dream is to have the biggest institution in the world here in Cape Town that houses all the fine arts under one roof, churning out the best products, proudly South African products, and exports to the rest of the world.